If I say, "What's up, buddy? Did that chick from the bar hit up?" and you're unsure of a good answer to give me, then, my friend, we have a problem. I know you're probably afraid to say that she bailed on you after your first date. I don't want you getting emotional about being single. In this course, I'll be speaking to alpha males, and I expect you to suck it up. I'll teach you to deal with your problems so that next time I ask you about your affairs, you're gonna give me a positive and affirmative answer. In this course, I will show you 6 things to do, and I bet you, my friend, that chick will not stop thinking about you. Let's get into it. Take control. The definition of a man, aside from having that pecker in between his legs, is that he behaves like a man. It's sad to say that half the male population are weaklings. Whether you're meeting a lady for the first time or in a relationship, you are tasked with the responsibility of being in control. Be forewarned, the information you're being made privy to is not some cheap Google search and a bit of dabbling combined. This is for alpha males and alpha males only. Many ladies, and even some men, sad to say, like to lay the claim that it's not the right of the man to take control. She should be allowed to make her own choice, they'll say. The scenario I would like to paint for you is that a lion breaks into your house, or maybe a bit more practically, a robber, and a lady is in that room with you. She's going to look to you for protection and security. And that, my friend, is the reason why you have to take control. Taking control should not be limited to actions, but even speech and other matters. When you meet with that lady, she should not be the one to decide where you'll meet, and if you want to go further for those in a relationship, what she should eat. Not exactly what she should eat, like ordering for her, but like where to eat, all that stuff. I'm teaching you a secret that many will frown upon, but it works. Taking control does not deny that crush of yours the chance to suggest, but without your approval, it shouldn't stand. If you take control, trust that she will remember you because you are one in a million. Listen to her. I don't know what better way to say this than to tell you to shut the fuck up and listen to that girl, to tell you the story of her life. I once met a lady, and when I asked her what character she wanted her man to have, she said, he should listen to me. I don't buy that crap of what she wants in her man, because as a man, you are supposed to have what she wants even without asking. We have ladies claiming to be men, and I need you to grow a pair and shut up. It is not a norm or a popular belief that women talk a lot. It is a fact, and it is not disputable. It is who she is. So when I see a woman talking endlessly, I immediately assume, even without seeing the face, that it's a woman. A man is not wired to talk as much. So when I see you doing that, be prepared for a smack in the face. Listening to that girl speak does not take a cent from you. At least from point 1, I said you should decide what you two will and should talk about. The least you can do is hear her views. When you decide what to talk about and still talk about it, not giving room for the other partner, well, you're a narcissist, period. Decide what to talk about and let her say her piece. If you feel like talking, ask questions about what she said. That's at least proof that you are listening. The benefits of listening are immeasurable in a world filled with a lot of the talkative people. Listening is an outstanding trait of the male character, and when ladies find such a man, they never forget them. I want you to pledge not to talk too much. Whenever you're with that damsel, count your words. Not literally, but you know what I mean. Make plans for your future. When I see a girl who freaks out and bails on me because I made plans, I am not sad. And I implore you to have that same disposition about her. Based on the few that I've met, it is safe to say that not all ladies are ready to stick to one guy. And I can tell you that that is very disgusting and dangerous to tangle with such a promiscuous chick. When she bails on you for this reason, you should take it as a sign of providence. But if she doesn't, then my friend, she will not stop thinking about you. It might sound exaggerated, but it is true to the very core. Very few guys are bold enough to take such a step, and I'm teaching you to stand out. When you make plans for your future and you include her, it tells you that you're not going away. It tells you that you can be trusted. It is said that if a lady loves you, she will do the unspeakable for you. Love does not come without trust. If a lady gives you her trust, she will think of you every day of her life. And sometimes she might become really restless if she hasn't heard from you. Make plans for the future with that chick that you so admire. The lady could be an acquaintance, girlfriend, fiancé. And with that, I still insist that you make plans. An example could be you just met this beautiful Asian girl with full hair and charming blue eyes. You just finished a pleasant conversation with the lady and she wants to leave. You could say, "I'd like to see you sometime again. You free Saturday evening?" If she says yes, you can proceed to collect her number. And that, my friend, is how to get him to have you in mind, always. Proper grooming whenever you see her. I'll tell you freely that very few men pay attention to their grooming. Many times you pass by a fellow and their odor is just not pleasant. And don't get me wrong, they still score ladies with that stench of theirs. But if you want to get that lady whom your children will be proud of having as a mother to think about you, well, then you have to pay attention to your appearance. Whenever you meet her or come into contact with her, I want you to be at your best. No squeezed shirt or trousers, rough hair, offensive odor. Invest in your looks. Take some time out every weekend to visit your barber, or every other weekend, or at least sometimes. Get an iron. It doesn't have to break the bank. As a teenager, I didn't have lots of cash flowing in, but I ensured that I got myself cheap deodorants and perfumes. I need you to get what you can afford. To smell good should be among your priorities from today. Each time she sees you and each time she smells you, it should leave an indelible mark in her heart so that when she begins to compare those beta males who are your competition, you look like the perfect man. You smell like the perfect man. You have to understand that ladies compare, and that is the most reason that they remember anything to start with. Be at the top of your game, and she won't forget you. Befriend her friends. As dudes, we gotta admit that when we're together, we talk about girls. And sometimes there's this one girl that we always talk about. When a lady always makes it into our conversation, it's either she's doing something very right or very wrong. I want you to understand, you daredevil, that when you befriend her friends, you'll always be on the menu for discussion. Don't get me wrong, bud. I'm not saying that you should always hang out with them. All I need you to do is speak to them from time to time. Leave them with something to think about, and you will make the rounds in their conversation. When they talk about you a lot, you can be assured of being remembered. Don't be surprised when you see them stalking your social media page, buddy. It's called the befriending effect. Turn the tides today by speaking to these lady friends of hers. Be passionate in the bedroom. It's not enough to dress well, smell good, take control, listen to her. In fact, you can do all of that and still be forgotten. But when you do this right, you are going to be on her mind all the time. Very few students pay attention to this aspect of things. Most of them, well, they spend their time on appearance and they spare nothing for this part. Nothing can replace good and passionate sex. Absolutely nothing. When you get into that activity, focus on giving her something that she will never forget about in all of her life. Live every day like your last is a wisdom that we all love to quote. However, I want you to handle every consummation like your last. When you perform well in the bedroom, she'll never forget you. These points have been declassified with your best intentions at heart. Handle the problem and stop going around it. Click on the following video to improve your perspective on women.